Miss, and come back. Hello guys, and come back now for the 5th live stream. Okay, now we go to the second law of thermodynamics, which are the relationship of the Gibbs free energy. You understand that one? The Gibbs free energy, the enthalpy, and the entropy. Ganun ba yun? Yes. And then, it's in this law that states that the entropy of the system in the universe is always increasing because there's a randomness and disorderness in the outer space. Okay, something like that. Or it can be stated in a simple manner that the sum of all entropies in the system of the surrounding is always increasing. Okay, something like that. And entropy will be the heat transfer over the time. Sakto ba? Again, the entropy is equals to, oh my gosh, my brain cells is not functioning right now. Okay. Delta change of entropy is equals to the heat transfer, wait, if we speak about it, no, it's not. Heat transfer over the temperature because it's all about heat man siya. I confuse with the word T man siya. Okay, this sometimes the symbol, I told you a while ago, I keep on repeating that the symbol sometimes confuses you, but you need to think the concept, oh, it's not involved there, then you must change immediately. Just like now, I change immediately to temperature because the time is not really included here. This is not array. Okay? I'm not telling heat transfer rate. I'm only telling heat transfer. Okay? Okay, with respect to the change in the temperature or temperature. Okay, that's entropy, right? So we can say pala guys, that Gibbs free energy is equals to the enthalpy of delta H, or it could be Q if you want to, minus the entropy T times the delta S. Okay? Like that. Okay. Again, para di mo maglibog akong isuwat. Okay, because sometimes also if you speak, maglibog ba yata? Okay, charot. Okay, we have Gibbs free energy. Delta G siya ha, Gibbs free energy is equals to, okay, the internal energy. I mentioned internal energy a while ago. Enthalpy, right? I was wrong. It's not enthalpy here. Enthalpy is the first law of thermodynamics. See, if I write, I recall, right? If I just talk, I'll never change it. Okay? So it's better to talk and to write. Okay? So that we can share properly the technical information. No, it's not enough pala if you just talk, right? Okay? Just now I discovered. Okay? Charot. Delta G is equals to delta U is equals to... Yes, but the heat is Q is not the enthalpy. Okay? This one. Ganon siya, guys. Okay? Sa second law of thermodynamics, ganon siya. Gibbs free energy delta G is equals to internal energy minus the Q. Okay? So where's Soterio, where's the entropy there? We have entropy, delta S is equals to Q over temperature, manggod. Okay, then Q, substitute that there, so delta G is equals to internal change, internal energy, minus delta S times temperature. Okay, like this. Hanggang magiging ubang mga libro or mga reference textbooks because they will just go directly with the formula just like this. Okay? Delta change and Gibbs free energy is called delta U is equals to temperature times delta entropy, diretso yun. Okay? So, it should be expressed that the T times entropy is coming from the heat so that the students or the readers will not be confused. Okay, but sometimes they will go directly also. That's the problem for some of the books in the introduction. Okay, it should be stated first that delta change in Gibbs free energy is equal to delta U minus heat pa siya. Okay, because the equation of heat is ano man siya, T times delta S, so that we will never be confused. Okay, but sometimes they will never explain that in detail also. The introduction of the books. Sometimes. The first, for example, if there's a topic, and then there's a paragraph there, di ba kapuyan ta, usahin mo basa? Okay. as a student before because it's long, right? And then we go directly to the problem solving. Problem number 1. We will just memorize the formula a little bit, right? And then, importante pala siya na you should read the introduction because it's in there that it will be discussed where it comes from, like that, where it become like that. And then, other books are not stating that in that way. That's why, maglibog tao sa hay, di ba? Okay? Libog na, maglibog pa June. Charot! Okay, so delta G is equal to delta U is minus T times entropy. This is Law of Thermodynamics, okay? Entropy is very important here. Now we will talk and discuss about the delta G. So when I was in college, I need to put, in a quick manner so that I can understand. So we have, for example, the entropy, ganun siya. The energy, ganun siya. So internal energy, so the term there is energetically because it is energy. And then the entropy, the term in English is entropically. Adjective lang good siya good so that you can attain the sign of the Gibbs Free Energy. By the way, Gibbs Free Energy class is the spontaneity. How spontaneous the process in the system really is. How spontaneous ba? How fast, how slow, okay, how negative it is, how positive it is, like that, okay? So that's spontaneity. S-P-O-N-T-A-N-E-I-T-Y. How spontaneous the process really is. So that's the use for delta Gibbs Free Energy. Delta G, okay? So what I did is I put like this, minus minus plus, and ganon. So that it's easy to understand that it is a spontaneous delta G if we can have a negative, ganon, a negative sign. So if it is a positive sign of delta G, Gibbs Free Energy, that means it is non-spontaneous. Mga ganon siya, chuba-chuchu. Okay, so minus, okay, minus, and then plus. And good, plus, parang ano din siya ba guys ba? The law of magnetism and the law of polarity in magnetism. Law in magnetism and electricity. It's just like that, the polarity, the plus terminal, the minus terminal, the electrode, ganun siya, the cathode, ganun siya, or in the electrolysis, right? Cathode, anode, ganun siya. Just like here also, we apply that here also. No, negative, negative, positive, 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 negative, ganun siya. So that we can achieve what is really the Gibbs Free. It is spontaneous or non-spontaneous, ganun siya. Okay? It's very important thermodynamics Jude class, the negative and the positive sign, really. Okay? So, ganun. So, wait, paabot lagi mo. So, ako na siya ikot. Minus, minus, plus. Plus, plus, minus. And then we have also plus, minus, slash, and then positive, positive, joke. Para madali manggod, kapoy memorize oil. Okay? Yeah, requirement ba yun siya memorization. Okay? Plus, minus, 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 chupa, chuchu. Okay, ganon. Gibbs Free Energy, very important also in the topic of physical chemistry and thermodynamics. Okay. So, when you speak about negative in the internal energy as our reference, negative gani siya, we will say that is energy siya, no? So, energetically favorable pag negative siya. Okay? But in the entropy as our reference, our entropically favorable pag positive siya. Okay? And then, if we can obtain a negative sign, that is really, okay, that is really a spontaneous delta G. Okay? Negative. If negative, that is a spontaneous delta G. So the rest will follow. Magpadon pa sa ubos, ato na dyan natin hinumduman. Okay, so we say positive, positive, negative. So ang first column na to, ang delta G man siya. Okay? So first column is the delta G. So positive So meaning non-spontaneous. So positive, meaning to say energetically unfavorable. Because the reference will always be negative. In the favorable man good siya. Okay, so we will say energetically unfavorable. Positive siya sa internal energy. And then, for the entropy, negative. So that means entropy, entropically unfavorable because the favorable sa entropy reference, positive man siya. Okay? So you will say, delta G, positive, non-spontaneous. And then, entropically unfavorable, positive. Okay, and energetically, okay, unfavorable, positive. Okay, the opposite lang yun siya. Okay, mo lang name siya nga, plus, plus, minus. Okay, number 3, ningon din ko nga, plus and minus sa delta G. Slash, because it depends. Okay, like that. So, ang plus, diri plus, is again, energetically unfavorable. And the positive will now be entropically favorable. Kaya plus man po siya. Okay? And it depends, the G, it depends on the high temperature na siya. Okay? So, it will be positive delta G. It will be positive delta G if at high temperature. Okay? It will be a negative G also at high temperature. Okay? Like that. Okay? Something like that. Positive and negative man siya. Okay? And then, positive plus negative minus minus. So, meaning to say, energetic. So, ang delta G having two signs also, positive and negative. Okay? And then, the negative here is the energetically favorable because negative man siya na favorable sa energy. And then, entropically unfavorable because negative. Kaya positive man ang sa entropy. Okay, now, so we have, and then, at the delta G at a higher temperature favored. Okay, this unit here. At high temperature. Always high temperature, not the low temperature. Ganun siya. So, ma-positive ma. Ganun siya ma. So, positive. Gusto mo ito siyang positive. Oh, that is non-spontaneous delta G. Okay? Like that. Okay, it depends on the temperature which is high talaga. Okay? So, kung high siya, positive. Then kung negative siya, low. But the same relationship with the entropically, energetically, ganun siya. Okay? So, hibawan ng ginani mo siya, Bisaya kayo, no? You will know that so that it's easy to express. I cannot express very well also. Okay? So, you will know that really if the problem, so in the problem solving, you can see the sign already. It will be mentioned also. Okay? Something like that. So, delta G na siya, Gibbs Free Energy. So, the sign will matters a lot. Okay. So, ganito, the entropically favorable, entropically unfavorable, energetically favorable, energetically unfavorable. Gibbs Free Energy will always be a spontaneous or a non-spontaneous. Spontaneous is a positive sign for delta G, okay, and negative like that. And then negative is the spontaneous, positive is the non-spontaneous. Okay, negative ang spontaneous niya. Okay? So that's really, start with a negative siya. Put that in your brain. So negative. Ganun. Spontaneous na agad. Okay? And then the reverse will follow. Then positive. That's spontaneous na. So inject in your mind that the negative will always be first in the delta G. So that will be the spontaneous. Because the root word is spontaneous, magod siya. Okay? Non-spontaneous. So it's taken from the spontaneous. You just add non. So just go back to the root word first was spontaneous, negative siya. Ganon. And then the reverse will be the non-spontaneous na siya. Okay? Ganon in this sign chuba chuchu. So, minus minus positive. Okay, plus plus minus. Plus slash negative. Okay, plus plus. And then plus slash negative minus minus. Okay, and then you should express in statements. Ibura siyang hinduman. You should remember the reference, which is the entropically favorable. Okay, is negative in the internal energy. And the entropically favorable is the positive in the entropy. And the rest will follow naman siya if you reverse that one. Ganun siya. But in here, in the slash, the positive, the positive which is really the non-spontaneous, favored at a high temperature ha. Ganun siya. And then the negative at a low temperature favored siya. That's why it put slash. But the same lang siya. Entropically, favorable, ganun siya. Diba? Same siya. Okay? Talaga. Okay? That is the Gibbs Free Energy and the second law of thermodynamics. Okay? So usually naman, for the answers lang siya, answers. What is the delta G? Is spontaneous or non-spontaneous? Ganun siya. Okay. So remember that negative G is not spontaneous. Okay, ganun. So you can solve for the value. Okay? Especially in the substitution, negative will be important also here, in this topic. Okay? Not so much in the physics, because in the physics also, later on, you will just put negative. You will just as is lang muna siya. Parang ganun. But here, you should really substitute. Okay? Especially in the fraction part in physics, right? The wasted energy through the fraction and the fraction loss in the surface, in the motion of the solid, object, something like that. Okay? Okay. Actually pala, more focus with ang physics sa motion sa mga solids. Okay? Like that. And in here, more such siya sa mga liquids, fluids, and siya. Okay, if you think you like this live stream, then you can comment down below in the comment section. And then if you're not subscribing yet, let's the channel and you can subscribe. And you can click the notification bell for some of those updates on the senior journal of ours. Thank you, bye-bye, everybody. Okay, oh my gosh. Diba? Nakakaloka. Okay, that's it.